Ooh, child. This light is kind of harsh. Hang on one second, y'all. Take this light down. Right, that's a little bit better. Oh, we live over here too, huh? Nope, not yet. All right, now we live everywhere. Hello, everyone. Hello. That music in the background, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. That music in the background is actually Silent Partner, Get Back Up. Diddy might need it. Diddy might need to get on back up. All right, so we're gonna stop playing around. Listen, y'all. I told y'all. Let everybody know, first of all, that we are live. Let them know that we are live. I'm gonna actually put it out on the X or the Twitters of it all. Hello, everyone over on Instagram. Hello. How are y'all doing over there? I am live on YouTube. I don't remember if I went live on Facebook too. Probably not. Live on YouTube and live on Instagram for sure. Okay. I'm live on both YouTube and Instagram. I'm going to share this on X right now. Right meow. Okay. So that's shared over on X. All right. So I told y'all, I had said that by the 21st, okay. Ooh. Oh my God, I'm tired. I'm not gonna be with y'all all night long either. I'm gonna tell you, I have a doctor's appointment first thing in the morning, so y'all not gonna catch me out here on these YouTube streets all night with y'all. We'll reconvene tomorrow. I really was gonna come tonight to talk about Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrandt and show y'all where the Mormon Church knew exactly what the hell was going on with them children. By the way, bye. I want y'all to please, if your children are not put to bed yet, I will be fussing and cussing tonight. So I want y'all to know that. Damika says that she was wondering too whether or not there was a Jay-Z connection, and I'm gonna connect those dots. And is that the reason, or could that be the reason why Beyonce's throwing out everything at the same time? Literally. I don't know what you mean throwing out. But you mean dropping everything? Hey Jay, how you doing? Hey sweets, and hello again to everyone over on the Instagram. Okay, so I had said to y'all, I said by March 21st, something was going to happen that Jay-Z was not going to be able to come back from. Something was going to happen that Jay-Z was not going to be able to come back from. And March 21st came and it went. And I was like, okay, you know, sometimes me and dates don't necessarily always. Oh, I don't like this makeup. We don't always get along the best. I might be behind an avatar tonight, y'all. Sometimes we don't get along the best. Okay. And that's okay. However, I do believe that this was put in motion on the 21st. So y'all not gonna, what you're not fixing to do is they're not gonna steal my dates from me. I'm telling you, I believe this was all put in place by the 21st. And the reason for that is if you know anything about raids or anything of that nature, let me go to my calendar here. What day was the 21st? Yeah, that was Thursday. So You cannot coordinate a raid like what happened today on two different coasts to a private community for a well-known, world-renowned individual that you know has um, security and all this kind of stuff, has already been, they know that they're being looked at. There's been multiple, what do you call them? Lawsuits, everything filed. Like, they know things is closing in on them. Okay. You can't do that without having planned this. And I'm going to tell you something else. The feds don't come until they know that they've got you. They don't come until they know that they got you. Okay? They don't there's a reason why they have like a 95, 97, some crazy percentage of conviction rate. Because they don't tip their hand until they know what the deal is. Dropping project after project. Yes, I think so too. I think that Beyonce is dropping all these projects now. I think there's a lot going on over there in Beyonce land and Jay-Z land, but we're going to talk about Diddy land because bad boys, what you going to do? And they done came for you, baby. They done came. They didn't just come. They done came for that ass. Okay, here we go. This is what we're going to do. Now, there are a couple of, I'm not going to do TMZ right away. Although I should probably show y'all. The reason why I said he's running, here, let me share this with y'all. Because, of course, TMZ got it. I believe TMZ just is linked up with the FBI any darn way. I mean, you're not going to make me believe that they're not. They're the darn feds and the darn snitches. So he is already on his private jet. This was a little while ago. This was 7:22. So about an hour and 25 minutes ago, it was reported that Love Air, which is his private jet, was being tracked amid the raid. So what we're hearing is at Diddy's homes. Let me bring this up a little bit bigger. We're going to talk about this. Diddy's homes were raided in the U.S. to kick off the week. But the guy's own private jet is miles away in a completely different nation, although it's unclear if he's aboard himself. Now, if I remember correctly, I think that over the weekend, didn't we see Diddy with his daughter? Didn't we last see Diddy with the baby? Playing, going to urban air and in the park and all these other things. TMZ has tracked. Well, now TMZ, how is you tracking anything? Can I just for just 1 second? Let me just get this off real quick. TMZ get on my last earthly nerve. They get on my last nerve. My very, very last, because how is you tracking anything? How do you have the plug-in to air traffic control and the radar? That made me sick. I wish I didn't have to go and get that information from them. Personal Love Air LLC jet with the well-known black Gulfstream 5 that Diddy has flaunted and flown for years. And it looks like the aircraft is currently on the ground in Antigua. There were other reports saying he was at Cape Verde, dad bod, that he was in Cape Verde, which Antigua, Cape Verde, does not have extradition agreements with the U.S. We're going to talk about whether or not he got tipped off. We're going to talk about all of this. Based on the flight activity, Diddy's jet has been up and down California between Sunday and Monday. So he was with that baby. Taken off from Sacramento Executive Airport Sunday evening around 5:30. So he took off from Northern California, landed in Palm Springs about an hour later. Then an hour after that, took off from Palm Springs yet again, landed at Van Nuys Airport, which is in the LA area. Now, this is all Sunday. Don't tell me this Negro did not know that he was fixing to get raided. He knew. He knew the gig was up. He knew the gig was. Let me tell you something. He knew. Did y'all see my video yesterday? Did y'all see my video that I dropped yesterday about the full moon? The full moon in Libra. He knew that there was fixing to be some bull going on today as far as he was concerned. And I'm going to show you he knew. I haven't really looked at his chart with the transit chart, but when I have a feeling when I see it, you're going to see it too. An hour after that, around 7:30, it took off from Palm Springs yet again, landed at Van Nuys. Okay, 30 minutes later, that's when it landed. I bet then it was only on the ground for, around 9 a.m. this morning. Now, they didn't do the raid till just a few hours ago. 9 a.m. this morning. 9 a.m. this morning. The jet took off from Van Nuys and landed at some point in Antigua. He was like, you mother truckers is going to be here this afternoon, this evening. I'm out. The plane is currently grounded there, although the flight data has yet to update and register has officially landed. The only thing that remains is whether or not he's on the plane. We don't have any evidence, so we don't know what's going on the scene. And then we're going to start talking about all of this. Now, this is something I didn't know for sure that they know, of course. Justin and King were taken into custody. So 2 of his children were taken into custody. We don't know if they're arrested or just in custody. There's that's different. Arrested means that literally Miranda rights have been read. Custody means we're your person of interest and we are going to question you. Now, let me tell you, either way, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just going to say, just knowing our rights as I do, if you find yourself in that position, don't say a blessed word. It don't matter. Okay. The raids they were believed to have stemmed from accusations hurled at Diddy in multiple lawsuits, which have touched on alleged human and sex running people all around the country, among other claims. Okay, now what I want to show you, we're going to stop this. I want to show you a few things. You can go. Well, we're going to keep you up. I want us to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I want us to talk about why Homeland Security and the FBI jointly raided. Why Homeland Security and the FBI jointly raided his locations. And it's not just only what you think. Let me go here because Homeland Security, what I didn't know, I even had to look this up. Homeland Security is for transnational crimes. And you would think that Homeland Security it's really supposed to be here handling crimes or organizations that potentially would be a severe threat to the homeland. Transnational, not international, intranational, but across, right? So I find that very interesting that Homeland is involved in this. I hear that, so here we have earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations, New York. So this was issued out of Manhattan, executed law enforcement action as a part of an ongoing investigation. We had heard about this investigation. There were rumors about this back when Cassie got in, cashed out, got her tail right on a botcha. smart move, my girl. Like now, at that point I was like, dang, I really wish you had said something. And taking it to court. Now though it seems like she made the right decision. Um, Homeland Security investigations executed as part of an ongoing investigation. Now we also know that, what was it, Lil Rod or whatever the man's name is, the producer, just filed something. There have been pitter patter, smitter smatters of other ones produced. So they worked with Miami and law enforcement. Now, what I find interesting is they're searching into alleged humans sending people around the country against their will. There have been no charges filed yet. I think Homeland got, well, here we go. In December, a complaint was filed against Combs by a Canadian woman identified as Jane Doe, who says she was adult sent across all the places, gang ard and gang art in 2003 when she was 17 and in the 11th grade. I don't think I saw this. Let me tell you something. If that is the case, it's a wrap. What we have now is we have multiple people saying he made me secure escorts of any gender, forced me to, have relations with them, had weaponry around, forced me to take mind altering substances, was taking the mind altering substances all around the country. He has pew-pewed people. We already know that. I still wondered though why Homeland, and I'm not clear on that yet, but I think I'm getting clearer. Hey, Purple Couch, how are you? They landed his plane. When did we find out he's within custody? When did we see that? Hold on, 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 hold on. Diddy in custody. I don't. Arrested. Let's look and see. I don't know that he's arrested, dear. We do know the sons were arrested. Looks like the sons were taken into custody. King and Justin. Justin being the one that reportedly pew-pewed the gentleman in the bathroom. In handcuffs. Raids were in connection to. I just don't understand. Okay, so this is what I did. What types of crimes does Homeland Security investigate? Because this didn't make any sense to me. HSI investigators, also referred to as special agents, conduct criminal and civil investigations involving national security threats, terrorism, mind altering substance smuggling, child exploitation, human sending around, illegal arms exports, financial crimes, identity fraud, benefit fraud, commercial fraud, and more. This is insane. The authorities used a wide array of transnational crime, including terrorism, national security, narcotics, transnational gang activity. I'm going to have to look up the definition of transnational now because I need to understand that. So, illegal exports of controlled technology, that's interesting, and weaponry, money laundering, so on and so on and so on. So this is like the FBI, right? I don't know if you guys, some of you guys aren't old enough, maybe, but the FBI used to do all this kind of stuff. So I'm not really understanding what in the what why are we why are we are they spearheading this investigation? That I cannot find out information on, other than this is where I'm beginning to have the tinfoil hat on and my spidey senses begin to tingle, because none of what Diddy is accused of thus far goes to the level of like this. I mean, I don't think we could say Diddy's a terrorist. What is the definition of transnational? This is, I got to understand, y'all. Let's find it all out together. Let's find this out together. We're all going to learn something new together. Some of y'all probably knew. Extending or operating across national borders, boundaries. So why is that not international? Or a noun, a large company operating internationally. Extended or going beyond national boundaries or interests. Comprising persons, sponsors, etc. of different nationalities. That's a very interesting use of transnational. So, because the Canadian girl crossed the border and was here in the States, is that considered transnational then? Hey, Mystic Crystal, how are you? They're saying it's because of but that's still within the borders. This means going beyond national boundaries. So are they saying that Diddy put people on planes, trains, boats, and automobiles and took them outside the country and did their freak nasties? And I'm not trying to be funny, nor am I trying to make light of anybody's what they went through. Is that what we're saying then? I don't know. It just seems odd to me to have Homeland Security. I mean, I had no idea that Homeland Security was involved in human smuggling and sending people against their will across the borders, nor did I have any idea that they were involved with child exploitation. Like the rest of this I get, but what I'm smelling here is Rico. What I'm smelling here, what I'm smelling here is a nasty case of the Ricos. That's what I'm smelling. Remember, he does own two mansions, or should I see a private island, or should I say a private island and believe? I think that the transnational thing, maybe it, I don't, I guess, maybe I'm looking too much into it. I'm very big on words. So when you start using different language in a legal sense, I'm like, well, now what is that supposed to mean? Because we're changing all these definitions. Definitions really shouldn't be changing. So it really gives me a bit of a pause when I see about a definition change. That really irritates me to no end. I just want that known. Not that y'all cared, but I don't like it when people change definitions. I'm gonna add, actually, is there a Jay-Z connection? Um and Diddy's All right, we're gonna look at Diddy's chart. I just put that in the title so people would pay attention to that. I probably should have put some tags in here, child. I did terrible about that. Um, so I don't know. I guess I'm looking too far into it. I don't like it when y'all change the. I don't like when people change definitions because now it's a moving target. Okay, so we know, we know that oh, there was an article. I got to find this article because I wanted y'all to know this has been going on for a hot second. Um, Let me try why did Homeland Security. Okay. There was a people one that were telling us about shit. Let me see here. Yeah, Diddy's sons were detained. He hasn't yet to be detained. We're gonna see if he's gonna get caught up. It was a judge. Hold on, somebody else sent this to me. Judge. Oh, there's an LA Times article. It was a judge out of the Manhattan federal court that issued it. I don't see that, girls. I don't know where my thing is. So, okay, LA Times. Let's look for another one. But there was a specific judge that issued this order. It has been so this investigation, technically, from what I'm able to find out, looks like it started right around Cassie time. Right around Cassie time. So now King 25, isn't that, is that Albie Sure? That's not Albie Sure's son, right? No. King and Justin were the two that were arrested from what I'm seeing. So Kim Porter's eldest son, and then there's twins, right? Twin daughters, right? And then it looks like it was Justin that was arrested too. I don't know whose mama Justin is. Justin, I don't know who Justin Mama's is. But so they're only connecting this with sex sending people around. What they're gonna uncover though, they're gonna uncover guns. They're gonna uncover the untimely passing and his involvement. I am telling you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, they will uncover the untimely passing and his involvement with not only, now this is allegedly, let me put my damn banner up. This is my opinion. Hold on. Here we go. Everything stated by me is my opinion. By my guests is their opinion. Any criminal or scandalous acts are alleged. Okay. I firmly believe that they're going to be able to link him, if not to both, they will link him to either Kim Porter's or Tupac's murders. I'm feeling like it's going to be both, though. I'm feeling like it's going to be both. I've not checked in with Keefe D over there out in Las Vegas, but I know he's about ready to talk. Misa Hilton is Justin's mother. Okay, so it was Justin, so Misa's baby, and Kim Porter's eldest. All right, here we go. Y'all ready to look at this chart? I'm going to show you the chart. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Window, this one. And we're going to go here. Okay, I don't have Diddy's time of birth. I just have his date of birth, which is November. Okay, you can see November 4th of 1969. So he's a year younger than me. That's not what they were saying that's not the eldest that they were saying, but okay. He's by a different daddy. He's different daddy. How you doing, baby? Hey, Tamika. Okay, now let's get into this now. Let's get into this. Okay. Let me tell you what had happened. I literally was about to show y'all that chart, and all of a sudden, and the cats aren't in here. No one else is in here. My computer literally just shut down. There's no one else in here. The kitties are somewhere else. We can't even blame Gemini for this one. They gonna stop playing with me. I'm not playing with y'all. Hey, Dragon's Majesty, how you doing? So I don't know what it was, but whatever we fixing to get into must be real good, because these mother truckers is trying to shut me down and shut me up. That's what we not finna do. Hold on, y'all. Let me try that one more again. Okay, we're gonna try this one more again. I'm about to bring his chart up. He was born on November the 4th, 1969. in Harlem, New York. I do not know his time of birth. Fun fact, that is the November 4th is the due date for my daughter-in-law. Um, they are pregnant. My son and daughter-in-law are pregnant again, and we are praying that it's a boy. Dismiss you. Crop. So y'all thought y'all was gonna stop me from doing what I need to do. Y'all not gonna stop nothing. Nathan. Okay, so now y'all really got to listen up now. Here we go. Okay. So I don't have his time of birth, so I don't know for sure what his rising sign is. I'm gonna look to see where his moon is. His moon is gonna be here pretty much no matter what time of day. It'd be very odd for it to be a Leo moon. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, it must be coming from TMZ. No, it's not coming from TMZ. Where is this coming from? Hold on, gang. Ah, there it is. Okay. Ooh, that freaked me the hell out. Y'all, this is a stream for the ages. Shit done shut down. Mysterious damn what you call this have turned on. This is crazy. Okay, here we go. So I don't know the moon and I don't know the rising sign. I'm not gonna take a guess. Okay. However, we're gonna look at the transit chart based on an unknown time of birth. This is from today. This is from a few just a couple hours ago, but things really hadn't moved too terribly much. Um so interestingly enough, here's his son in Scorpio. That's not shocking considering his sexual proclivities. That does not shock me at all. That sun in Scorpio also trines his north node in Pisces. That also tells me he's going to be into some dark stuff. That also tells me that he's not only will he be in some dark stuff, but he's going to be. Can y'all hear me? By the way, can y'all drop some hearts in the chat so I know for sure you can hear me? Because I don't see anybody saying a word. Can y'all drop some hearts in the chat? Let me know that y'all can hear me again. Okay, good. All right. Hey, Shakima. Okay, good. All right, all right, all right. Because it was weird. I didn't see anybody saying anything. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Sweet. Thanks, Shakima. Thanks, Dominica. Okay. And not only is he going to be, because he's a Scorpio sun and a solid normal Scorpio, like he's a solid second decan Scorpio sun, he's also Scorpio Mercury as well. And they're not quite conjunct, but they're pretty darn close. So he's going to have this his thoughts are going to be in that kind of scorpionic mode all the time. This is how he just is going to, this is how he expresses himself. This is how he thinks. This is how he moves. This is how he speaks. But Scorpios, independent of the dark or the deep sexuality, also are excellent contractors. They're excellent at creating contracts. Uh, they're excellent at leveraging other people's stuff. They're excellent at executing, negotiating, the contracts that you cannot deny, right? You cannot refuse. Also, he does have he has Neptune in Scorpio as well. This is just what I can sense now. I can see in his chart what we kind of know to be true is that, or allegedly, is that I could see where he could have a a propensity for dark arts, for dark rituals surrounding that are sexual in nature. I could see that. I can see that. I can see where he's going to want to tap into that darkness. He's going to want to tap into that depth. He's going to want to tap in, and he will not have an issue with like this spoken, like it'll make perfect sense to him why these rituals must be done. This is all allegedly, this is all my opinion. This is just what I seem to be gleaning from the man's chart. Okay, that's his natal chart. Everything in blue is his natal. The orange is the transit, the current transits as of today. He also does have Venus and Jupiter conjunct in Libra, also Uranus in Libra as well. His ability to be able to get in and out of trouble is just amazing. One minute you think the man is down, the next minute he's right back up. Like he just right. It seems to he's a very lucky person when it comes to justice, when it comes to collaborations, if you will. So remember I said, I'll make you an offer I can't refuse up in that scorpionic center. Well, he's going to at first try to make it seem like, this is something you don't want to refuse. And he's going to be very lucky in the right place at the right time, most all of his life. However, just like there can be a rapid change for the better, there can also be a rapid change for the worse. But up until this point, like I said, he's been lucky. And things as they've shifted quickly, and he's been able to be on the revolutionary cusp of the evolution of what all that he's put his mind to. I'm gonna guess I wonder I really wish I had the time of birth so I could see what his 10th house was. Okay, so let's go back. Now, today, what's happening is this moon right here was transiting the Uranus in Libra. I would probably guess, to me, this is just knowing that we are just coming away from the full moon in Libra. That was an eclipse. So the full moon in Libra, the eclipse full moon in Libra, he knew enough to get the hell out because your luck was going to change. What was happening now, I want somebody at some time, and maybe I'll go back and look and see what the hell he was doing in October of 2023, because whatever he was doing in October of 2023, the chickens were coming home to roost now. And believe you me, if he knows enough about rituals and everything else, he knew it was about to flip. My guess is that's probably when Cassie and them probably first started contacting him. Because remember, they had said, I know y'all, I got a busted up nail here. Y'all, when I tell you I hit this nail, child, and I bruised the mess out the nail bed. I mean, when I tell you, I bruised the dog mess out of it. We had to take it off so it could heal. Anyway, they had said that they had been in negotiations for a while by the time this got filed and we all found out about it. So my guess is going to be if I were a betting woman, I would say that somewhere in October of 2023 is when there was first this conversation, and that's probably the first time either he or she refused an offer. That's going to be my guess. I'm wanting to see what else is going on in October 2023 for him, because this full moon, true. And then I'd really like to see what was going on last year at that full moon in Libra, because that's really going to be the full circle of everything. But every year during this time, this new moon and full moon in Libra actually turns out to be a very significant time period for him, because of the fact that he has two major planets, Jupiter and Uranus there, and then he's got um Venus there conjuncting. So this is like the time period where he feels like whatever the hell he wants, he should get. And typically he gets it. Like, he makes a lot of major moves somewhere around these lunar cycles. It's just the right thing to do. However, this eclipse, right, was one that was the luck was running out, because at the same time he would have had the sun yesterday into this morning conjunct his Chiron in Aries. Okay. So what's going to wound you the most? He's been able to avoid what is going to wound him the most for a long time. This time the gig was up. This time the gig was up. This said, you the very thing that you fear is coming for you, bruh. The very thing that you fear. And look at this. So now he's also got Neptune in Scorpio, trining by degree, not by sign, trining by degree, so 120 degrees, not by sign, water and water, his Chiron in Aries. So this also, that Neptune in Scorpio is a nasty, nasty, like, you literally, it can go one or two for you, bruh. Because I have Neptune in Scorpio as well. It's a generational thing. I was born in 68, so I've got Neptune in Scorpio as well. I have it in my 11th house. So I am going to draw to me people that are very deep, have a depth of knowledge, have a depth and understanding, or want to have a depth of knowledge and understanding of all things spiritual, right? That I'm gonna draw people that might be middle workers as well too, that are not afraid to go into the shadow and go bring somebody out. It's gonna be a very integral part of me to have spirituality as a part of my life, and not just one form. Like, that ancestral, that historical, all of that. So I get that Neptune in Scorpio. When the sun is in Scorpio as well, though, and you're trining Chiron, this can end up where you are you misjudge, you are misaligned, you are unaligned. You are, it's your perception of all of this is skewed, and I would say trending downward into the darkness rather than coming up into the light. Like this would be somebody that I would say would sometimes desire to be in the light, right? They kind of really did. That's really what they wanted, but it was so easy to get it the other way, and it felt right, and it was just like as if one was walking. into it. I'm not going to try to get a man a past life reading at this moment, but it would appear to me that this is not his first rodeo with the dark side, with shadow work, with dark magic. This is probably not his first rodeo with it. The desire, the deep rooted desire for power. I wish I had looked at this chart before. At any rate, so we've got that. And we've got his north node trining his sun. His north node, though, is in Pisces, and it is trining his sun quite nicely. So this is the draw to the light. Let me get to the beautiful depths of this Neptunian energy, right? The beautiful depths of this. But he was always going to want to know, desire, enact, utilize, and almost, I would say, it makes sense that he would become obsessed with it. Now, what is transiting his north node? We have Venus, we have Saturn in Pisces, and then we have the true ruler of Scorpio, which is Mars. Mars is the true ruler of Scorpio. Yes, I understand that we now in the current day have Pluto as the ruler of Scorpio, but originally it was Mars. So I want to look at what the true ruler of, and actually this ruler as well. So both rulers of his chart are now transiting in signs they don't particularly care for. So this Mars in Pisces was like, it's just got to change. It's got to change quick. He's being drawn to and asked to, and there's a reconstruction, right? We've talked about Saturn in Pisces, Venus in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. We've been talking about this just in general, this whole internal reconstruction. What is it that I truly love? What is it that I truly want? For him, with both Mars and Venus now in Pisces, these are the secrets that are coming out for both men and women. If you notice, when Venus was transiting, where was she at? Was she in Aquarius the last time we talked? Where was she? She was either in Capricorn or Aquarius, I think, when Cassie came out. And then the young man comes out, Lil Rod. Well, Mars is in Aquarius at that juncture, at that point in time. So the female and the male stuff had to come on out. Right? All of it. Doesn't matter. So now the reconstruction has to happen because the penance has to be paid. Saturn is also a karmic planet. So we have both the malefic, major malefic, Mars and Saturn. We have both malefic male entities in Pisces. This is what has been done in the dark is coming to the light, baby. I don't know what you thought you were going to steal, bad boys, what you going to do? They came for you today, pimp. And it was like literally he did the best thing he could have done as far as avoiding capture was to get on that plane and get the hell out. Because today was not going to be his lucky day. His powers of fortune is right here, or the powers of fortune, I should say, here in Aries with the North Node, with Chiron and the Sun. And all he's got here is just his fears, his pain, his injury. That's all he's got. So all this is coming crashing down. Pluto in Aquarius, for him, he's got to start paying for his sins. And the collective is going to know about everything. We've got Jupiter. I'm not worried about these right here so much in the transit. This Uranus here in Taurus, everybody that is a Scorpio sun, transiting Uranus is still rather, it's still in opposition to his sun. So he was bound to have something happen. There was a bound to be a major change. When everybody that has the Scorpio sun has really been going through a lot of very sudden changes very quickly during this Uranus transit. That can be a change from home, wealth, rapid change of wealth, rapid change of living conditions, and in his case, there's about to be a change in his freedom. Um, let's see here. And then I find this interesting that the moon is really kind of like it transited his natal man. That was just nasty. And he's been going through some feelings, thoughts, emotions right here about how he needs to change. Because that moon's been transiting not only his moon, but then also Pluto and Virgo. He doesn't like to share how he's changing. He doesn't like to be exposed. But he knows he's gotta. Now the question is he going to get if we're going to see a capture? How many days? Capture probably by April 1st, if he's going to get captured. If he's not in custody by the solar eclipse on the 8th, it may take a while. It may take till next year. The 12th day of Taurus, when the sun is opposing his sun, whatever date that is, I just think by that point we're gonna know. Like I believe the red rum charges will have dropped by then. He's not escaping that. He is not escaping the taking of lives. He's not escaping the taking of lives, period. And it's not going to happen. I don't see it. It's not going to happen. Hey, Sebastian, how are you, love? Hey, Sabby Bean. Okay. Does that make sense to y'all? I'm so intrigued by this Saturn in retrograde in Taurus. It's as if, have y'all seen like the Dark Wizards, right? Y'all seen the like in the movies and stuff, like the Dark Wizards. That's what I see when I see that. I see dark wizardry. I see a dark wizard. I see in a past lifetime that's what he was. And that he conducted a lot of these rituals in the house, like in his domicile. He's very rich. He has spent a number of lifetimes being rich. A number of lifetimes with great wealth and great power. From what I'm seeing here. This Mars at 29 degrees Capricorn, that also tells me he's wielded great power governmentally. I feel very strongly that again has been throughout multiple lifetimes. He has a lot of placements of major, he's a very strong placements of major planets, right? Neptune here in Scorpio, Mars here in Capricorn. 4 degrees is a is a, you know, it's pretty powerful. 26 degrees for his Plutonian. Like these placements are placements of power and strong power. And I just see, and he loves power. This Venus conjunct Jupiter, he loves the power. He was supposed to, though, karmically learn that that was not what he was supposed to do this go around. This, you guys, just so you know, like, I'm more of an intuitive astrologer. I understand the placements, I understand, but I'm more of an intuitive, like, everything I see, I don't care what it is, could be your cards, could be anything. I channel more than I do anything else. So this, just what this is speaking to me is this lifetime, he was supposed to learn how not to just fall into that. He was supposed to learn that the power is to be used for the greater good. This is why he's at the cusp of Aquarius. He was supposed to learn that transformation and deep spiritual transformation should empower people and enlighten people. This is why Neptune is so close to Sagittarius. This love of expansion and greatness was supposed to be him giving to others, right? It was not supposed to be him collecting power. This transformation in Virgo here, this personal transformation so close to Libra, was so that people could change, so they could get into balance, and that he would himself would find the balance and the beauty in collaboration for collaboration's sake and for everybody's good, and not always go back to these dark arts. He's gone back to the dark arts again. Now, you'll have to rewind it if you'd missed part of that, but he's gone solidly back to the dark arts. And all that's coming out. Now, whether or not all that the ritualistic, most mainstream media is not going to really play up the ritualistic nature. We're going to have to read in between the lines. And I'm sad this is going to be in federal court in New York, because unfortunately that means it will not be televised. So I might have to find somewhere to stay in New York when this happens. The other thing I am hearing is the Justin will be charged. What'll happen to King? King won't be charged with as much. Justin will be charged. And Diddy's going to have to choose whether or not he's going to come back to help save his son, or he's going to stay gone. That's at an hour, what? An hour and 5 minutes or so? 6 minutes, hour 5, hour 6. I'll clip that out. Justin will be charged. I'm not sure about King yet. I might pull some cards on that, but Diddy's gonna have to come back. They're gonna charge. They're gonna charge that boy. Mm. They're gonna charge that boy now, and basically he's gonna have to decide when he's gonna come back to help save his child. They said King was another one of his sons, Corey. Hang on one second. Let me find that again. No, don't say. Oh, thank you, honey. Oh, King is his son, Christian. Okay, thank you. I just said it said King. That's all I seen. Hey, Kristen Moonrise. Hello. Hello, Marshall. It was Homeland Security and the FBI that raided. So I did read extensively. It was both Homeland HSI, Homeland Security investigations, and the FBI that raided. Here, this is what let me see. This is what this here is saying. Right. Homeland Security carried out a raid, yada yada yada. While it's unclear if the musical uncle was on the he wasn't. Two of his sons may have been, which we know already. We know that to be true. King, which must be Christian. $25, and the twins with Kim Porter. Quincy ain't got nothing to do with them. Quincy's Albie Schuer's son, yeah. And then Justin with Misa, Chance with Misa. Oh wait, Justin with Misa, Chance with Sarah Chapman, and Love Sean, the baby with Dana Tran. So he didn't have no babies with Young Miami. Child, you got me twisted. I could have sworn the man had a child by Young Miami. She letting them do everything else. What the hell's wrong? I'm so sorry. Let me shut up. Did they change the youngest son's name? I don't know. Isn't Love Sean, isn't that a daughter? Or is that just a baby? I don't know. Hey there. It is crazy stuff. So let me tell y'all why I am wondering about a Diddy knows about Jay-Z. And what was that child's name? Christine. Kathy. Okay. Now, so reportedly, here we go. Reportedly, this is what's going on. And this is fair use. We're going to start and stop this here. I'm not going to show it on Tough TV because I don't know. I've heard that Tough strikes channels, so I'm not messing around with all that mess right now. But we're going to share this screen here where it came out about 4 or 5 days ago here. Let me do this. That Diddy reportedly had evidence to expose Jay-Z of unaliving his mistress Kathy. Now, did I share the damn? Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I shared. Stop. Let me make sure that okay, I'm sharing audio. Okay, good. And let me turn this audio up. So this is what we're hearing. Hold on, here we go.
Y'all need to sit down for this because Diddy just came out to expose Jay-Z now. And it looks like he might be trying to take Jay-Z down with him. Y'all know how Diddy has gotten himself into a whole lot of legal trouble and also is getting canceled by the industry. But as a result of this, Jay-Z has gone above and beyond to distance himself. And Diddy is out for revenge. So allegedly, he came out with some heavy receipts. Y'all know how Jay-Z has been accused of cheating on Beyonce, umpteen times? Well, Diddy is now bringing some seriously interesting evidence about how Jay Jay-Z allegedly unalives his mistresses to cover his tracks and avoid getting exposed. Yeah, go on ahead and get your teacups because this brew is wild. And I'm about to spill
I'm
this
putting
tea
the
like
link to
there's
this
no
video in the
tomorrow.
bottom.
Is Diddy
in
really
the-
trying
in
to
the
send Jay-Z to prison? Now, y'all know how they say that misery loves company. Well, Diddy is proof that this saying is true. Get into too much detail about Diddy and his current situation because I'm pretty sure y'all.
One person. Oh, go on. And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody else could call me Sean.
So
He's the
reportedly,
only
I'm gonna let
person
y'all.
Sean
Let me
approved.
see if
There's
I
not
can
a
find this
single.
here.
He probably thought that Jay-Z would be one of the very few people who would stick beside him and probably ever since, just left in the cold. Well, Diddy is done sitting silently and
Here we go.
taking hit after hit with his reputation tanking further and further, especially since he has some interesting and honestly kind of juicy tea about Jay-Z and how he's allegedly been guilty of doing something that would get him crucified on social media. Now, we should have saw this coming because after Cassie fueled the first lawsuit against Diddy, Jaguar Wright made a bold claim about how Jay-Z was the true villain that everybody thought that Diddy was. She went on to claim that Jay-Z allegedly has a lot of skeletons in his closet and he's been.
Now we know that Jaguar has been saying this for a very, very long time. She has been talking about the fact that Jay-Z is the true villain in the story and all the skeletons. And I don't think any of us, let me tell you something, I don't disbelieve any of it. Because if we and we'll do a whole nother discussion about Jay-Z and Beyonce and the marriage and the this and the that. But y'all might remember this was some years back. Somebody will probably drop it in the chat when she did that HBO special. It was on HBO. And I just remember it was shortly after she got married. And I just remember seeing this a very young Beyonce. And all I could say was this girl looks so sad and so tired and so sad. And she looked like a trapped woman. She had not yet really become the Beyonce we know today. She it was I was afraid for the girl at that point. Here we go.
Super smart and knows how to cover his tracks, and that's why he had never gotten exposed or sued like Diddy, who had been sloppy.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter.
Okay, so let's get to where. Hang on. So what she goes on to talk
Some
about.
funny business
Here we go.
going on between the two of them.
So I'm not sure who's striking what. So y'all can go look at this here because I don't want to be bothered with all this mess. I'm not going to be bothered with this. But this is what I will say is this. Supposedly, Diddy has the goods on the fact, on the alleged, I got my banner, the alleged fact that the young woman was pregnant, Kathy White, at the time when they were about to make the announcement that Beyonce was pregnant with Blue. And she had been the side piece for a hot second. And that then but that she had got with child in the family way, as they say, and she was not going to end and terminate said pregnancy. And that's why, and she was about to come out and spill the beans that she was his mistress and so on and so forth. And then she pops up at 25 years old with an aneurysm. Now, that comes out 4 days ago. When was 4 days ago? The 21st. I have not found it. I have not confirmed this yet, but I will not be surprised if somewhere between the 19th and the 21st, if this search warrant was not issued, and that's when they started making the plans. I told y'all by the 21st something was going to come out that was going to end Diddy. I did not foresee it being him telling on somebody else, but I knew it had something to do with somebody being unalived. I kept saying that as well. I honestly thought it was going to be the unaliving of somebody in his circle, in his, realm. We've got Kim Porter, we got Tupac, we had probably have a few other people, but those are the main two that would really, really end it. I did not foresee that. I kept saying, a matter of fact, I told a couple of my very, very good YouTube friends, I said, it's an unaliving. It's an unaliving. It's an unaliving. It's an unaliving. And I thought it was going to be one that we feel strongly, that he perhaps had a hand in. I did not see this one. Just going to keep it a buck. Just going to keep it a buck. He's going, yeah, I mean, I think what I'm feeling is that this is going to occur before the solar eclipse or right around that time, April the 8th. Oh, okay. All right. We got that. Yep. It's game over. Well, because Jay's not going to want that on him, right? Nobody. Once these things start coming out, then you are now off from underneath any and all protection you have had. You have run your course for whatever reason. They felt like you've now become a liability, or it's time, or your time is up. You got to pay the piper now. For whatever the case may be. And if y'all let's put this out here too. This really started unraveling once Keefe D got arrested. See, these dominoes, you cannot do all this dirt for all these years and not at some point expect that karma's going to come back on you. Not in 2024. This is and 8 years also a year of karma. It is a karmic year. I understand. Let me tell you something about how my feelings on Jaguar. When she talks about stuff in regard to the industry, I have no problem believing what she says. Just because I've known enough people in the industry. I have no problem believing it. But the problem is what she was exposed to, what she went through, ended up doing a whole lot of other things to the woman. Mentally, I think emotionally, I think there's a lot of healing that's needed there. But so now 4 days ago, all of this starts hitting the airwaves, right? It starts hitting the airwaves that Diddy's like, yeah, I know what you did last summer. I know what you did last summer or a few summers ago. And now he's got to leave the country. I think he thought that would save him in some way. I'm not sure. There's going to be a shakeup with Bay's marriage this year. I'm not surprised. That was probably Sloan. I wouldn't say that I was checking on it. And honestly, it doesn't take that much. Like, you don't even have to really have read anybody's chart to know that. Right. So I'm just not surprised. I'm just not surprised. And I think that there's more coming because she's not going to sit by him while all this, she's not going to have her house burned down for his. No way. No way. And she's in a greater position of power now anyway. So anyway, guys, we've looked at his chart. Do I think this will be successful as far as arresting him? He'll be in custody. He's going to have a choice to make. They're going to charge Justin for sure. I'm not feeling that King was as involved in everything as Justin was. I'm not sensing that. Will he get charged too? Probably. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling it to the gravity. I mean, he'll be there, and unfortunately, he's going to get swept up in all of this going on. However, I believe that that's going to then force Diddy's hand to decide whether or not he's going to come back in the country and surrender himself. That's the decision he's going to end up having to make. And not that that's going to get Justin off the hook, but they'll tell him something to that effect. They'll lessen the charges, they'll do whatever. I don't know. But that's the leverage they're going to use in order to get him to come back into the country. And I believe all this is going to happen by April the 8th. Now, what are they going to find at these locations? Let me tell you something. Even if he's tried to wipe hard drives and this, that, and the 4th and the 5th and the 6th and the 8th, unless you've poured acid on it all, it can be recovered. There's not much now that they cannot recover. If it's ever been on the cloud anywhere, emailed to anyone, texted to anyone, they're gonna find it. It's in the airwaves. So they're going to get all the information that they need. And I read in one of these articles, I think it was a People article, that they have been interviewing 3 people. Let me see if I can find that People article. P. Diddy Raid. Let me see if I can find the People article. Oh, God dang it. Because that was the only one that I saw where they were talking. Magazine. They were talking about how many people were being questioned. I didn't find that anywhere else. Here we go. 3. Okay, whatever. Three men. Let me see if I can get it again. NBC News wants me to literally look at. I don't care about your damn ads. What was the Post saying? Let me look at the New York Post. The raid came as Homeland Security. Da 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 da. Oh my gosh! All of these things want me to allow ads. I don't want your ads. Officials. 2 properties. It was 3 women and 1 man, I think, or 2 men that have been being interviewed lately. 2 other women. See, this is annoying that the ones that have what I want and not want me to undo my ads trafficking, and I will not do that. There's been I want to say it's 3 women and 2 men or 1 man. Both of them that they have been interviewing them for the last few days in New York. Anyway, the point is they've been interviewing. I know it was at least 3 women for sure. It was 3 women. Citing 2 unspecified law enforcement searches were carried out ongoing. Yada 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 da. Yeah. So they had some people hold up for the last few days up in New York. They did whatever they needed to do, and it was what it was. They raided it. So that's all I got for today. We're gonna keep up with this. I was actually going to be talking about what's that child's name? Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrandt, like all that information drop, because I've been doing a lot of digging into that information. And I do believe that the Mormon church, at least their local Mormon church, knew what was going on. At least they understood, or they co-signed. Like what the church is trying to say is that they never co-signed. They never said, "Oh yeah, use Jody Hildebrandt, whatever." That's not true. And so I want to go and talk about that. So we might, I don't know. We'll try to talk about tomorrow during the day if we can. Okay. Also, before I let you guys go, because I got to go to bed. I got a whole physical tomorrow. I got a whole doctor's appointment. I am dropping in the chat here. We're doing our free niche clarity workshop again in next week. Next week, Wednesday and Thursday. So I just dropped the link, and there is also a link in the description. Just dropped it in the chat. You guys can go in there, register for free. It's an hour and a half each day. We've been having a great time doing this workshop. If you are wanting to create a transformational business, now is the time. Now is the time. So your healer, teacher, mentor, or any type of person that wants to create an impact in the world, we've changed a lot of things and how we're doing them, and I'm really excited about the new era for Lightworker Academy. So come on over to that, and we'll sign up for it. Get your seat now. I kind of like having smaller groups just because it's easier for me to have a lot of interaction with you and really get to work with you. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to try to get on here tomorrow. It might be earlier in the day looking at my schedule. Or it might be late again after I get done with the group class. So anyway, we're going to try to get on here tomorrow night. I do want to talk about Ruby Frankie, but if there are other developments that happen with Diddy, we will be here telling you all about it. All right, gang. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so incredibly much. Namaste, gang. Bye.